I don't know how this tradition started or when it started, but I know why it started. My dad and I really did like each other. Under all the fighting and all the bickering and all the button pushing, we did love each other. And when I would come home to visit, we would go for our father-daughter lunch with the best of intentions. But as always, our relationship would break down into an argument and a fight over, I don't know now, it's just like stupid things. Whether or not I had insurance. Well, at least I thought that was really stupid at the time, and my dad thought this was really life-changing important. I was anti-establishment, anti-systems, and I didn't want to participate in that. Anyways, this happened all the time until one day, and this is what I want to talk about. One time I decided to do something differently. I'd had enough of that. I was in my mid-30s. And I had been doing a lot of work on myself. I had been desperately trying to get back to a place of balance. When I say get back, I don't even know if I even remember when I had that place of balance, since it had started to get skewed so early on in life. But I knew that that place was there. I knew somewhere inside there was a place of peace within me and that it was attainable. One of the things I learned on my journey up to that point was that the world is a reflection of me, and that I could change me and it would change my world. And I thought, wow, that if that was true, that would be so cool. But I wasn't really sure it's true. I mean, do you ever wonder if that's true? I mean, it sounds really great, but can we really change our world, especially when it has to do with other people and especially when it has to do with family? I know I'm not the only one. I know getting along with family members is one of the most challenging things besides a spouse. But family's right up there. So this big challenge, I was like, all right, I am desperate. I don't want to keep living like this. This is not the relationship I want to have with my father. I want things to be different. I wanted everything to be different in my world. I wanted peace and harmony in my world. So why was this always happening? It's so easy to point the finger at my dad. Well, he keeps asking me these questions and he keeps getting all pinched up about money and about this and about that. And, there are things that I didn't want to worry about. Now that I'm older, I can see his perspective on it. But back then, man, I was fighting. At this point in my mid-30s, I decided, you know what? This is going to stop. I'm just going to stop it. I've had enough with this pattern. And that's when I did the life-changing thing. The life-changing thing. This is what happened. Earlier that morning, as I was getting ready to go to lunch with my father, I drew a line in the sand. Figuratively, I drew a line in the sand, and that line said, Elisa, you will not cross it. You will not react. No matter what your dad says, no matter what, you will not react to it. You will sit there and you will hold your inner peace no matter what. Well, I'm telling you, this was really hard. This, to me, now the war, the holy war that I mentioned that was going on between my father and I, now it's suddenly turned inward. And while I sat there across from the dining table with my dad, and he started saying all the same things that always push my button, I sat there and I just let it in, and I did not react. On the outside, it looked like I had a smile, and it looked like, oh, okay, look at that. Elisa's just being all nice and peaceful. Inside, this is where the holy war was happening. Inside, I was fighting the battle of all those things like, oh, I can't believe he's saying that. Oh, I just wanted to lash out so bad. I wanted to fight. I wanted to substantiate how I feel. I wanted to be right. I wanted to push his buttons. I wanted all these things. I didn't do any of them. Didn't. I fought that battle. This is where the magic happened. There was no fight because I didn't react to anything. We sat there. It was a lovely lunch. It looked easy peasy. It wasn't. If anybody could have registered or could have seen my energy patterns within myself, they knew that it was intense. My dad didn't know. My dad never knew. In fact, my dad's no longer here by many years, and he never knew. I never told him. When we make these huge changes and we fight these battles inside, it's just about us. It's nobody else's business. I'm only sharing it with you today is because I want to share a lesson that I learned. And that is that you can change your reality by changing you. Stop reacting. Stop engaging with those things. Stop giving it your life force. And you know what? They will change. They have no choice but to change. My dad had to change because I wasn't there. I didn't get on the same court that we always got on. And every time he served it, I volleyed back. And I was wondering as we hit back and forth, oh, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? Stop the volley. Stop the volley. Stop hitting back. In fact, don't even get on the court anymore. That's the key piece there. Don't even get on the court anymore. So this is cute. When we were done, we were walking out to the car. My dad took his arm, put it around my shoulder, which, if you knew my dad, that was very demonstrative because he was not a touchy-feely person at all. And he said, daughter, I think we both just grew up. That was wonderful. And I said, Father, I think we both did. That's all I said. That was it. It didn't matter. He didn't have to know what I did. I didn't need to prove myself. I didn't need to boast my ego up about, oh yeah, it's because Dad, because I changed and did all this. No. I got the result I wanted. I had a harmonious lunch with my dad. And you know what? That spilled over to the rest of our lives. From that point on, we always got along. Not saying we all saw eye to eye, but we got along. We became best of friends to the best of his ability to be emotionally available and intimate in that sense. That was always a challenge for him. But that's okay. I accepted him for what he was. The beauty of it all and why I'm sharing this story today is I want to empower you too, is to make that change. Look in your life and find that one challenging person. This is what I'm talking about with dealing with people. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a child, maybe it's a parent, maybe it's someone at work. Who is pushing your buttons the most? Well, maybe you don't want to start with the most. Just depends how much you want to go at it. I went right for the head of the dragon on this one. Pick that relationship, know what circumstances that push your button, and get yourself back in that situation. But draw the line in the sand within yourself that you will not cross at all costs. No matter what they say or do, you will not cross that line. And then see what happens. It's not going to be easy. I mean, it may not be as hard as it was for me. I was a young buck at the time and very headstrong. And, I was still early on in my journey. So it was really challenging. It might not have to be that challenging for you. Or maybe it's going to be even more challenging. I don't know. But give it a try. And see what happens. See what happens during it. And then what happens afterwards. I'm telling you, it's how miracles happen. Change you, changes your reality. Reality has no choice. It will adjust. So that's the good news. And that's it. That's the end of my story. I hope this helps you to live your best life by clearing up all this turmoil and drama and stuff that's just not necessary. And it starts and it ends with you. So as always, peace from within. Like I say, it starts and ends there. Peace within you. Till next time.